and the promise is being fulfilled today against tomorrow. That is what I call gentleman, somebody who will make a promise and he will fulfill it. We are happy to be associated with the ministry, with the government, and we believe these projects, Almighty Allah for his blessings upon Kano and the country at large. Our Niger Republic will be done in a short period of time. And when the time came, he was there, I was there to witness it. At that function, he promised me to be in Kano to commission 1 or 2 projects. He was here, I think, a month or so back to fulfill that promise. And when he came to fulfill that promise, he promised me that the head of state will come to Zawachiki for this commissioning. And the promise is being fulfilled today against tomorrow. That is what I call gentleman, somebody who will make a promise and he will fulfill it. We are happy to be associated with the ministry, with the government, and we believe these projects will add value not only to Kano State, but to the country at large, taking into consideration Kano being the nerve center of commerce, not only in the northern Nigeria, but the whole of West African coast. So we are happy with this project and will give everything, every support we can to make it successful by God's grace.
Historically, the railways in Nigeria were conceived and constructed from Lagos to the furthermost part of the northeastern part of the country to open up the inner land of southwestern Nigeria along its corridor. In 1896, railway construction began from the Ido area, with extensions made along the Lagos route with stops at Ota, Ifo, Arigbajo, Papalanto, Abeokuta, and Ibadan in 1901. But due to limited finance, the further development of the railway in southern Nigeria was delayed. However, in 1904, the colonialists decided to construct the railroad linking Ibadan with Osogbo and Ilorin in 1907. It was approved to begin construction from Ilorin to Jeba. It was acknowledged that the British Cotton Growing Association had interest in seeing a railroad to the cotton growing areas in northern Nigeria. The railroad would go from Baro to Bida, Zungeru, and Zaria to Kano, and was started in 1907 with a completion target of 4 years. The railroad was a narrow gauge, single track with a speed of 12 miles per hour and was completed in 1911. In the same year, a rail line linking Apapa to Ebutimeta in Lagos was built, and in 1912, another linking Jeba with Mina along the Lagos Railway followed. In 1912, a light rail from Zaria reaching Bauchi was built. Further extensions were made along the Bauchi light rail, linking the system with the tin producing fields in Jos and Bukuru. Subsequently, preparations began for the development of another railway trunk from the eastern region of Nigeria to the northeast region. A deep water port site along the Boni River was chosen in an area of now Port Harcourt as location for the terminal. Although projects have begun to rehabilitate the Cape Gauge railways, economic growth in Nigeria has been a standard gauge line desirable. In 2006, the Nigerian government awarded a $8.3 billion contract to China's Civil Engineering Construction Corporation to construct a standard gauge railway from Lagos to Kano. Due to an inability to secure funding for the whole project, the Nigerian government decided to build the standard gauge rail line in segments and rehabilitate the narrow gauge line. In the meantime, the 187 kilometers segment from Abuja to Kaduna was the first to be built. Abuja was not on the national railway network as it was proposed built as a capital city after Nigeria became independent from Great Britain. Kaduna is an important junction point on the existing Cape Gauge Railway network, where a branch line departs the Lagos to Nguru line for Kafanchan on the Port Harcourt to Maiduguri rail line. The construction of the Abuja to Kaduna segment cost $876 million, consisting of $500 million in loans from the Exim Bank of China and the balance coming from the Nigerian government. The China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation began construction of the railway on 20th February 2011 and it began laying track in 2013. However, various difficulties delayed the completion of the route. Railway supplies were being stolen by the miscreant, forcing CCECC to build a corridor fence to secure the tracks. The decline in the value of the Nigerian naira led to a shortfall in government funding for the project. Delays arose in the acquisition of land required for the railway through compulsory purchase. Although CCECC had marked the Daughters of Charity Hospital in Abuja for demolition in 2014, the government did not pay compensation to the hospital until April 2016. The railway was officially inaugurated on 26 July 2016. A $1.53 billion contract was awarded in 2012 to the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation for construction of the Lagos to Ibadan segment, 156 kilometers of the standard gauge railway by 2016. However, the project has also faced delays. A groundbreaking ceremony finally took place on 7 March 2017, and the railway was scheduled for completion in December 2018. Construction was delayed by heavy rains in spring 2018, and the Nigerian government had to deploy soldiers to protect the railway workers from hoodlums and armed robbers. Construction was further delayed by the 2019 Nigerian general election when CCECC evacuated its Chinese employees as a precaution. Progress was slowed in 2020 by the social distancing needed to fight COVID-19 pandemic, as only 20 workers were present on construction sites that once held 200. Passenger trains began trial operations on 7th December 2020. Wole Soyinka became a frequent passenger on the train, calling it a very impressive walk in progress, considering the difficulty of really executing anything in this country. The railway was officially inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari on 10th June 2021.
Commend the Honorable Minister of Transportation, Right to Honorable Rotimi Chubike Amechi, for his drive and tenacity to achieve the milestone recorded today.
What is important is to show them that the project was started by you and finished by you.
Historically, the railways in Nigeria were conceived and constructed from Lagos to the furthermost part of the northeastern part of the country to open up the inner land of southwestern Nigeria along its corridor. In 1896, railway construction began from the Ido area, with extensions made along the Lagos route with stops at Ota, Ifo, Arigbajo, Papalanto, Abeokuta, and Ibadan in 1901. But due to limited finance, the further development of the railway in southern Nigeria was delayed. However, in 1904, the colonialists decided to construct the railroad linking Ibadan with Osogbo and Ilorin in 1907. It was approved to begin